Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News.
Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank y'all for being here as always. Listen, okay, I feel like I was just talking to y'all. I literally do. I feel like I was just talking to y'all yesterday or whatever, and we're back. Okay, and we're back with some new news, and so we're gonna get into this WSSU Winston-Salem State University student arrested. I saw the video yesterday and I just was waiting, and I'm glad I did. Get into a couple of other local news stories, and we're going to get into hot topics, specifically Takeoff, Young Thug and Gunna, Tory and the Meg case, specifically Kelsey, and then I have a couple of other little tidbits I want to talk to you all about. We're also going to do our giveaway today. Today's lucky prize is $50. Please participate. Please look for that word. I really do feel really good when I do. I'm able to give back to you all, especially the ones who you all who I come around all the time. So thank you. Shout out to my mods, my members, my dopest subscribers who's been holding me down. Thank you so much. I always tune in and I see you all. You are my motivation for coming live. I'd be like, I have to tell them. Let me share this. So thank y'all for being here. And if you have not hit that like button yet, can you please do so for me? Can you please hit that like button? Remember, all likes help get me in the algorithm and help me stay there. It shows YouTube that you all like the video as much as you watched it. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and turn on your notification bell so you know when the next video drops. You never know when I pop up. And always, if you'd like to support, you can always feel free to send a Cash App to $Roman L. Jackson. All support matters and counts, and it goes back to the channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Good morning, crew. Good morning. How are you all? I really wanted to take these off, but I want to know if y'all can hear me when I take them off. Can y'all still hear me? Like, can you hear me? If you can tell me in the chat if y'all still hear me or not. Let me know, because I'd rather wear them without it on my ears today. Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for coming back. We got a lot of stuff to get into. I know y'all have seen what's been going on with this Winston-Salem State University situation. And I have two sides to look at this, but specifically, I'd like to address this exactly as we saw it. So thank you all for being here. And now I realize why I want to wear it because I can hear myself better, way better than. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm off today, you all. I'm off today. Today is an off day for me, though my work laptop is sitting here open because, of course, who's off at this time of year in my industry in philanthropy? This is the time we go up, and we're going up. So, but I'm off today, so I got time. I woke up a little late. I walked my dog. We got back. I was able to, chill out. So that's why you have a little later live this morning. So thank you for being here. I know it ain't our typical time, but whenever you can catch me and I can catch you, it's always a great time. So thank you, crew. Shout out to y'all for being here. And remember, today is the $50 giveaway at the end of this live. That means if you've guessed the word that I used on Wednesday, the word I used yesterday, and the word I'm going to be using during today's show, I want you to when it's time, I want you to drop the word in your Cash App. I don't even want to go through who said it first or nothing. Just word Cash App, boom, and then you'll get your 50. That's my way of saying thank you for tuning in and paying attention and listening. I value you. I value that type of subscriber because it means so much to me as you hear my work laptop go off. Not grinder. Shout out to the crew. Good morning, Zaire. Good morning. Grand Rising Sunshine. Joe, what up, Madi? What up, moderator? What's up? Thank you for being here. Good morning, Brick Girl. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hey, Naries. Good morning. Naries, you had me cracking up. So how y'all doing? I hope everyone is having a beautiful morning because I am. That is awesome. That is awesome. I definitely am glad to be here. Good morning, Pastor Stephen McNeil Lennon. Thank you for being here. Hey, Charles. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Coco, good morning. Yes, y'all can hear me. Okay. Hey, Oxy 805 Queen. Hey, boo. Good morning. Hey, Linda B. Good morning. It's good to see y'all. Journey, good morning. Kings Mina. You already know I knew. Good morning. Thank you for being here. What if you think you know it already? Wait, no, what? What did we say? Happy Friday. Where your purple at? My purple. What I do? What is today? What if you think you know it already? You got me scared. No, what? Good morning, Rochester in the house. This too much? Okay. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, the word of the week. Oh, if you know it already, hold on. So when I drop it, then you drop it, okay? All right, come through, Brick Girl. Yes. Hey, Nadine. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. All right, y'all. So before I begin the show, once a week, at least once a week, once or twice, or even if I could, as much as possible, I love to start my show off with sort of a quote of the day, something that resonated with me and I think will resonate with the crew. And unlike any other day, today I found one. And this one was like so relative to me and to now. So, what I wanted to share with you was to find peace you have to be willing to lose the connection with the people, places, and things that create all the noise in your life. And that's not talking about the bad noise, the noise that keeps you sane and successful and happy, but all of that negative noise that sometimes make you stress the fuck out. It's funny because I'm dealing with that right now. One thing I told you all this before was that I went to the doctor and they told me I had high blood pressure and that I need to get it under control. So, I've been going back. I haven't been doing the readings, but I have been going back just to do some monitoring, checking. And for the most part, it has been stabilizing. It needs to come down slightly some more. But I've been trying to figure out the things that pisses me off and stresses me out. Sometimes it may not be things and people. And for me, it was coffee. Hence why I've been on my tea diet. I didn't know how much coffee raised my blood pressure. And I'm saying that, and it's just a small example, but you got to really think of the things that stress you out that are not good for you, but you enjoy. I got so much coffee in my kitchen right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's a factor that leads to a detriment in my life. So I need to slow down on that. And you should consider that. So again, to find peace, healthiness, or whatever, you have to be willing to lose the connection with the people, places, and things that create all the noise in your life. And trust me, when you move that, it opens the door for so many other great things in your life. So I wanted to share that with you all. I will share this on my community wall. You have my word today. I will definitely share this on my community wall. I have time. I have time. Um, yes. Hey, KC, Purple Friday in Baltimore, the Ravens. You know what's so crazy is that in Baltimore, they've been doing this thing now that they've been playing the game on these billboards, like especially in my community in Mount Vernon, and people have been congregating on the corner watching them. This lady and this man almost got hit. I'm trying to turn the corner. They all on the street watching. I'm like, now I had to look at this guy. I said, the fuck they watching that got them in the street? Don't even know they finna get hit. And they gonna look up, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you not okay. Get hit trying to watch football. The word of the week, not you nervous. Yeah, you know, I'm sitting here looking like, wait, but you know already. Hey Casey, what's up, Casey? Thank you for coming through. Oh, that was for me on today. Thank you for that. Of course, anytime, anytime. Dang it, I gotta cut my mama off to find peace. Listen, hey, sometimes you have to cut some things off temporarily to find your sanity in that moment so you can gain them back and have a better leverage. And I say that about my family a lot of times. Like sometimes I had to be distant and I had to do all of that so I can find out what the fuck is wrong with me so that I can come back to the table with a well, cool head. Like, okay, I understand it. I get it. I get it. I think one thing my mother said to me was, um, she was I think she was saying it about me, but she didn't say it to me. She was like, I don't try to always be a drama queen. And I'm looking at the message. It came in the text message. I'm looking at the text message. This is back when we was going through our. I'm like, does my mother think I'm a drama queen? Like I always want to be drama or make something more than what it is or put 20 on 10. And that resonated with me. And I tried to work on that. And so shout out to my mother. You didn't know that, but I definitely tried to work on that. Caffeine does. Yeah, that caffeine is not good for me at all. It isn't. And it makes me anxious. I really realized after I stopped drinking coffee, I'm not as anxious and I'm not heavily, I used to be, but it's a different feel now. And I had to learn and figure, it took me the doctor tell me, yo, you got high blood pressure. You really need to get this under control to start doing this. And I'm cutting shit out my life. I'm figuring it out. I'm not arguing with people. I'm like, and then to come to find out that I'm looking online at all the things I can cut out, and one said caffeine, it elevates your blood levels or your blood pressure extremely high. And sure enough, I've been off of it now for about wait, maybe about 8 days now because I've been counting. Because I've been walking past my coffee like bitch. But this is the tea I wanted to show y'all. This is the tea that I've been drinking. It's really good. You can get it at Target too. It's called Harley and Sons Fine Teas. And when I tell you the aroma itself just makes you want to just jump in it. It look like a bag of weed. It look like a little thing, but it's really, really good. I suggest you for those who are like orators, it's potent. And so it sits in your throat well. Any phlegm, mucus, or anything in there, it's going to attack that and release it. Sorry to be icky, but shout out to all my 420 consumers. Just letting you know. Coco is like you hear the clarity in the voice too. Coco is like someone saying, I know what you did. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad you noticed that. That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, damn, how she know I'm about to go take my car in for an oil change today? Wait a minute, what? Oh, I'm drinking mine now. Oh, I told myself I'm gonna give myself about 30 days, and then I gotta have a cup of coffee. He is always on go. You know it. You know it. Slim Body Benz, what up? What up? Shout out to Slim Body Benz. I appreciate you too when you drop down in the chat. And when all y'all drop down in the comments and y'all leave me comments. Even if I don't respond, trust me, I'm gonna respond to it. It may be late, and y'all be looking like, look at this nigga. 2 weeks later, getting at my comments. What's Roman? I don't forgot what we talking about. Just know I didn't, and I'm replying. So just know I'm getting at everybody's comments, and I want to tell you, somebody, I do appreciate it because you be thorough, and we sometimes be agreeing on a lot of the different things. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do. I ain't cut her off. I just dropped her off at the airport. My sisters can take care of Oprah for a month. Not your sister Oprah. That's a good one, Roman. Definitely stay on top of your blood pressure so that you can avoid, yes, yes, working out, exercise. I posted. I'm not gonna go too deep in it because I don't want to cry. But I posted something on my community wall. Shout out to Zach. Of course, he would know what I'm talking about. And it's relating to me, and it's a situation that I'm dealing with my baby now. Him and I. You can see him now. He's sitting here with his back turned to me. Do you all see this? With his back turned to me. And we're going through something. My life has gotten extremely busy. And yeah, I don't want to talk about it now. Go look at the video I posted on my community wall, and we'll talk about that on our Wake and Breathe this Sunday. But yeah, I'm going through some things, and it's been, yeah. So anywho, I'm trying to eliminate a lot of things right now. I thought that tea had caffeine in it. Also, yeah, it does. Some tea do have caffeine. You can get some tea that don't have any caffeine in it too. I do green tea. I love green tea, and I love black tea. I love those. Yes, yes. I have the decaffeinated coffee. I do have the decaffeinated coffee. I'm just scared I'm gonna get, it's a gateway back into coffee, y'all. No, you good. But girl, just long as I always be, that's how I be in the chat when I be seeing shit like that. I be like, what, wait, what? What she say? Good morning, Miss G. Good morning. The last straw was when she called me to say her hairdresser, my daughter, retwisted her locks, and I told her you'll pay her when you get off. Why you being like that? Gotta cut out this public transportation for work. Had to pull my blade out on this fool yesterday. He was on a real good one, but ran to the wrong one that day. We're not playing with the people on the bus, kicking ladies and stuff like that. We saw it yesterday. I'm telling you, phone out, take a picture or something, because these people can get away with that shit. So I'm glad you're safe. And yes, that blade, taser, and pepper spray all in one motion. Swipe, spray, and tase. Down the throat, spray the eyes, tase the neck. You surely will have somebody that will be unable to move. Don't tell them Roman told you. Good morning, Tanya. Thank you for being here. And shout out to the crew for being in the building on this lovely Friday, even though it may be cold where you are. It's 42 here, mostly sunny. Can y'all hit the like for me real quick? We about to get right into the show right now. I just had to go over through some things. Do I have any announcements? We did our quote of the day. We're doing our $50 giveaway at the end of today's show, so stick around. We're gonna do a 2-hour show, so it ain't gonna be that long. So if you want to come back at the 2-hour mark for the 50, I don't mind. I just appreciate y'all being here. It's my way of saying thank you and like Merry Christmas 4 times. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry God, thank you. So that's my way. Now, let's get into today's show. Okay, these things have been popping up. So I saw this posted yesterday on my Twitter, but yesterday we were doing local story. I think I must have saw it after the show because I would have put this on the show. It happened after our show. So apparently Winston-Salem State University is facing criticism over a student's arrest in classroom, and the video of the arrest has gone viral. Now, here we go with another situation where, had there not been video footage of it, we wouldn't have known, and it wouldn't have been approached the way it's being approached now. Now, I have two sides of it. I'm not all 100% on Leela's side, and I'm not all 100% on Winston-Salem's side. I think there was both fault here to blame. One person is a student, one person is a teacher. And I think both of them failed to recognize their roles. However, what happened after that, there's no fucking explanation for that at all. At all. So we're going to get into it. So if you didn't see the clip, the girl, I got it for you. The girl was arrested in her classroom. Now, the details of the story is crazy because what happened is she's a part of this group in this classroom, right? And everyone in the classroom was assigned to do one essay for their group, and then they do a presentation. And so for her group, she wrote the essay, and I guess she wrote the script for the presentation. Well, on the day in question, when she showed up to do her presentation and submit that essay, or I guess she had previously submitted it, the professor was like, I'm not accepting this, and you need to resubmit this by, like, I think it was like 6 p.m. that day. you need to resubmit this, or you're not getting a good grade. Pretty much like that. And the girl was like, I'm not doing that. Well, whatever. I'm about to stay in this classroom and finish my presentation with my classmates. Teacher didn't like that. Teacher did not like that. And so, and here's a picture of the teacher. I'm sorry. That's the professor there. This is the student. Her name is Leela Homad. And I hope I'm saying it right. And so the teacher was like, and so the student walked in, I'm sitting down. Fuck that shit. She pulled a Roman all day. Cause that's some shit I would pull. Got my ass whooped when I went home. Shit I would pull. Sat down. And the teacher, still not feeling that. So the teacher's like, you can either apologize or you can leave. And the girl's like, I'm not doing neither. I'm staying right here. So the teacher calls another teacher to help her come de-escalate the situation. That teacher decided to call campus police. It wasn't her professor. I wanted to make sure that was clear. I heard a lot of people saying the teacher calls, but I'm like, here we go with the fucking facts wrong. God damn it. It don't be some of the top facts when you read the story first. Another teacher called the police. It wasn't that teacher. And so the teacher there is then, so now the class is everybody in the class has got their cameras out and recording. I'm back here like, yes, yes. May that be a fucking law that you pull your phone out when some shit go off and start recording. May that become a law. And so they were recording. By this time, the teacher knew what time it was, because Layla being, in the moment, I can definitely say you were very impulsive. But I will say that the meat and potatoes of what you were saying and doing, I can respect that. But there was some impulsivity, and we're going to get into that. But I wanted to share the story, and then we get into the video. So they're taking the camera pictures. Police come in. So first, the white officer is like, "What's going on?" to the girl, and she's explaining it, and he's like, well, basically you can be arrested. He instructs the black officer, take her, arrest her. He didn't do it. Take her and get her arrested. Then he proceeds to assist. Now, as she's being arrested and looking at the professor, she's in a fit of rage. At this point, it's escalated, and she's telling the teacher, I hate you. I hate you. You fucking ruined my life. And I know that very moment when you first been arrested ever in your time in life, been handcuffed. I know that very moment. That was my first time ever in Pennsylvania. I know that moment. So you saying all kind of stuff in that moment. You never expected something in a classroom like this to escalate. And that's where I come in. As a teacher, your skills of de-escalating and escalating a situation are poor. As a student, your communication skills to your professor, they're not what they should have been. And I think part of that added to the escalation, part of the teacher not knowing how to de-escalate and get out of her own fucking feelings added to the situation. So there was a lot of fault. Let me get out of my own way. Let me show y'all what was going on here. So here's a one angle. There's multiple angles on Twitter. Get into a different angle that you want to get into, but this was the angle that I captured. Check it out.
And she's still standing there letting this happen. Like, exactly. I hate you. It already escalated. She's about to come out and hit him. I swear to God, I hate you. I swear to God, I hate you. I swear to God, I hate you, bro. You're the worst teacher ever. You get me taken out of here because I want to apologize. Because I want to apologize. You started yelling at me. You trying to embarrass me about my paper. You're a terrible teacher. Is somebody recording this? Oh, everybody is. I hope you're recording everybody because that's ridiculous. Yes, that really is. Letting this shit happen. She sit here and say she loves black people and stuff, but you let this happen to her? Come on, no, you yelled at her first. You yelled at her first, but you want her to apologize. It doesn't make any sense. You hear everybody in the class? I have. Look at my grades, my GPA. I graduated by 18. I'm not no dumb bitch. I'm not stupid, not the whole class. I'm so mad. I am better than Carrie, bitch. What the hell? Yeah, you were yelling at her. You were yelling at her. That's ridiculous. That's BS. I'm saying. BS. I'm like. I'm trying to say I'm sorry. That's. You're the worst teacher I've ever had.
Now, this moment hit the net, and for all intents and purposes, all we saw was this girl being arrested. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I said the same thing. I saw a young woman, a young girl being arrested, and I'm not understanding what's going on. Did the crime meet the nature of detainment? Was it excessive? Do you think it was excessive to the point that she had to be detained in that manner? That was my first question. Now here, so this happens, right? So then, of course, what goes on? Immediately Winston-Salem wants to get around it. They want to get in front of this. And so Winston-Salem issues this response here. We are aware of the video circulating on social media involving a student in a classroom. The incident is under investigation. Our highest priority is the safety of our students, faculty, and staff. Currently, there is no immediate threat to campus. And so they instantly issue that. Then we had Leela. She came out to let everybody know that this is me. I am Leela Hamad, a student at WSSU. I was arrested today without knowledge of being arrested until I asked, without knowing what I was being arrested for, and not being read my rights after asking 3 times for them to be read. I have shared my story on Instagram. So I got her story finally. But let me tell you, she shared her story on Instagram, but it got removed quickly. Trust me. I I worked hard to get this video for you all of her sharing her story on Instagram because it removed quickly and people didn't really capture it and share it and move it to Twitter or move it to anything else. It was somebody on YouTube that I had to go stalk down and get the fucking video. And so I'm going to show you this video, but it's her explanation of what happened. In the meantime, the professor, this is what everybody is up in arms about. And so Leela Hamad, a 20-year-old student at Winston-Salem State, she's arrested by campus police around 8:30 a.m. Wednesday and charged with a misdemeanor or disorderly conduct. She was taken to a Forsyth County magistrate and released on a written promise to appear. Her next court date is January 25th. All of this, what we're seeing and what we're about to hear, because the student told you that they were not leaving the classroom and that they were not going to resubmit the assignment. Do you, as a professor, think that's okay? So check out what she had to say about this situation. Now, this video is sped up because homegirl talks faster than me. And y'all know I talk fast. So get into this.
Important because the black officer, he's, like they said, it is important because the black officer, he's a very well-known officer on our campus. He's never given anybody any problems. He's actually pretty cool. And he was doing his best to not arrest me. He was trying to have a conversation, and the white officer came in and was like, yeah, you're either gonna get out or I'm gonna have to get you out. And I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm like, the group final, we had to write a paper, and we had to also make up a skit for our group to present. It was 7 of us. I did most of writing the skit just because I wanted to. It was easy and it was fun for me. Well, I thought it was easy. I did the essay as well. She got back to me late, 6 hours before we had to present, actually, saying that my essay was completely wrong and I should revise it, all this shit. And I'm just like, I'm not going back and redoing this essay. That took me 2 weeks and you told me 6 hours before. I'm not redoing it. And I think I'm pretty okay for that. Ew, my camera is dirty. I think that wasn't a bad idea of not redoing it. I didn't feel any type of way, and I still came to the final to present with my group because that was what we were supposed to do. I did not say anything when I did come into the class because, like I said, I was already frustrated at the fact that she told me my whole essay was wrong. So I come into class and didn't say anything to her. She's talking. She's assigned us to our groups, and we're going to talk about what we're doing for the project before we actually have to do it. So I'm talking to 2 of my group members, and come present it. So we talked about that, and she was like, well, it is wrong, and you should redo it because it's going to greatly impact your grade. Once again, said I did not care about that because I'm only here to present with my group so that my group does not get a 0 on this. Well, I got hella views, go look at my story. So, boom, she starts getting loud. She starts yelling at me, telling me this is her class, so it doesn't matter what I think. I'm getting loud back. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I got loud back. I was raising my voice too. I'm like, Dr. V, like, you're yelling at me. I'm not going to redo it. I'm here to present with my group. Like, I'm here to get this done and get out.
Okay, so pause on the play. Now I have to be me in saying you are at Winston-Salem State University. You're at a university. Yeah, I know me when I was then. I had an attitude too, but I couldn't be a 35-year-old and not tell you, young lady, you're going to find a lot of people that's going to tell you to do some shit that you don't want to do or tell you what you've done is wrong. The best advice I can give to you and the lesson to take from this is simply to watch how you respond to people, especially when they're in a position, professor, boss, because these are translatable skills to your real life, real workplace. You don't want to go out into the world and then feel like I treated my professors like this, so I can treat my boss like this. I'm a black man, you're a black girl. I have to share this stuff with you because that's how we take it. I'd be damned if I go to my boss and say, and they, respond to me, you got to do this over, and I say, no, 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 no. First of all, you're paying to go to that school, so it's in your best bet to try to figure this out amicably. Maybe you could have gave her that at the end of the class, and it would have been easier for her to de-escalate because it wasn't in front of folks. But see, when you have an audience, it sort of makes you feel like you got to be on 10. And baby, I'm telling you, you don't want this moment to become your forever moment. Like every time you go to a class now, teachers have to expect that you have this disposition about yourself. And I'm not saying you do. And it sucks that this moment had to come slap in your face, but that's the lesson in it. Yeah, you gave her an attitude, and you're saying it like, yeah, because I'm just be real with you all. Yeah, I had attitude. Why? Yeah, no, no. You got to understand that was not the right thing to do. I'm not going to sit here and parade like that was that's okay. In the words of my TT, I know damn well I ain't sending you money to go to school and you out there acting like an asshole, carrying yourself this way. Now, this situation, my TT would have been all over the police. It should have been over me, but the police too. And that's why I'm trying to offer this sincerity of level. So let's get back into what she was saying.
And she's like, you need to get out. Like, I want you to leave. And I'm like, leave? No, like, I'm here for my group project. Turn the comments off. How do I do that? Oh, and she told me to get out of the classroom, and I literally refused. I was like, I'm not going to leave. This is our final exam, and I didn't do anything wrong other than responding to what you said to me because I did not say anything to her. She's telling me to get out of the class. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. She's upset at this point. She leaves, and she's talking to another teacher in the hallway. At that point, I guess is when they decided to call the police, campus police. Campus police comes, and it is a black officer at first. I'm not usually one to mention race, but I think it is a little bit necessary in this instance because I do go to a historically black college, and for this to happen to me and it be so provoked by people who are not of black descent, it hurts. So I feel like I do have to mention that. The black officer comes in, he asks me what's going on. I tell him everything. The class is telling him everything. As I'm telling my story, my professor comes back in. Yes, officer, I want her taken out. I'm like, whoa. He's like, whoa, I'm talking to her, I'm listening to her. So wait, we're talking, another officer comes in, and he is a white officer. He comes in and he's like, okay, so your options are you're gonna get out of the class, I'm gonna have to take you out. I'm like, what? Like, take me out? Take me out how? So, yeah, like, important because the black officer, like they said, it is important because the black officer, he's a very well-known officer on our campus. He's never given anybody any problems. He's actually pretty cool. And he was doing his best to not arrest me. He was trying to have a conversation. And the white officer came in and was like, yeah, you're either going to get out or I'm going to have to get you out. And I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm like, Dr. V, you're going to let them arrest me? And she's like, yes, Dr. V, Dr. Villagomez, Cynthia Villagomez. Yes, say that name in here so y'all know who we're emailing about because I'm sending emails. My class is sending emails. Friends are sending email, send an email. If not, that's okay too. I'm not pressuring you. So the white officer comes in, he says that, I said that to Dr. V, and she's like, wait, hold on. She's trying to fix herself. She's like, okay, either apologize or you need to leave. I said apologize. Now, the only me, I'm sure I would have apologized, but at that moment I knew that I was not the one in the wrong. I didn't start the situation, I didn't escalate the situation. I knew I was not wrong. So I'm just like, okay, apologize for what? Apologize because you yelled at me and you dropped the F-bomb? Yes, I did drop the F-bomb and told you I'm not fucking stupid. That's what I told you. So I'm sorry, the F-bomb hurt your feelings. So sorry, baby, we're grown. If that was worth an arrest, let me know. Let me know. According to my mom, it wasn't. But continuing, I said, Dr. V, are you going to apologize to me? I came in, I sat with my group, I didn't say anything to you. You decided to start yelling at me as soon as the fire alarm went off about my essay. So she was like, no, I'm not going to apologize. I'm like, what? So then I'm like, wait, well, tell me what I'm apologizing for. Tell me what I'm apologizing for. At that moment, I'm talking to the black officer. I'm talking to my professor. The white officer is like, yeah, go ahead and take her. You have to go get her. To the black officer. So the black officer is like, okay, turn around, I'm about to put these handcuffs on.
Yeah. So, and now we're here. And so she's facing these misdemeanor charges because as I'm reading in the chat, Sipping Socialite saying that they don't actually have a campus police. Everything is, sort of a police force led by their police and public safety department, as I see it here. And so what's interesting is that this statement came from the school. So now we're trying to figure out more of what the school is, how they're going to deal with it. And I'm trying to figure out, I see why my Wi-Fi is acting like that when I have everything on Wi-Fi. Let me turn everything off. All right, my Wi-Fi should be good now. I'll be having everything on Wi-Fi. Sorry about that. So the school, they come out with this explanation here. Here you go. When asked about the status of the professor, she says she is very emotional and shaken by all of this. There have been several threats to her safety, which of course are cause for alarm. And they also go on to say Villa Gomez, which is her name, is still employed as a professor at Winston-Salem State University. Although her profile on the university website appears to have been taken down, her LinkedIn profile has also disappeared. Villa Gomez did not respond to a voicemail left on her office phone. So they pulled up her LinkedIn. She's the associate professor of history and department chairperson at Winston-Salem State University. And to be a department chairperson, you've had to have some sort of tenure, meaning you've been around the game for a while. I'm very shocked at her lack of de-escalating the situation. Yes, you are going to get students who are going to come in here and tell you what you're telling them is wrong and that, they don't want to do what you're saying. How do you handle that? How do you handle that? A student cursed at you. You tell them to get out and they don't get out. You call the police come. Okay, we're following procedures. Does it require the student to be detained in such a manner? I don't think so. Then it begs the question to the student. If a police officer or if your professor asks you to leave the classroom because you've said a swear word, because remember, she kicked this off by saying that F-bomb. And when she said the F-bomb, that's when all things went off. The other professor that was in the classroom, not minding her business, but in there trying to help her, she calls the campus police. They then arrive. And so she's sitting here, you're going to let them arrest me? You're going to let them arrest me like this? At this point, she's like, you're going to either apologize or leave. And she's like, I'm not doing either. So your options become, you're subjected to the policies of the campus. And unfortunately, their policies do sort of support removing a student from a classroom if they feel like that student is being a disruption to the educational process. And so what we're not combating, and I'm saying this and I'm being very lightly about it because I see a lot of people like to report stories and just go after the obvious. It's racist. Okay. But we're not combating or disputing the fact that Leela was or was not a disruption in that classroom. She showed up. She was going to participate with the other students. The professor gave her a directive, which was, either you're going to apologize for the remark you made or you're going to leave, which she responded, I'm not doing either. I'm going to sit here and help my students do their performance so they don't get a failing grade. And I'm just walking y'all through some of the facts. At that point, do you think she became a disruption to the educational process? Just simply that. I'm not saying did it require her being arrested, but that's the real question. Were you, yes or no? If it's yes, then our policy states that you either have to leave the classroom or we have to get, police to remove you from the classroom. And then we have that. So then we have, let me see what you all are saying. Because I just don't want to, I don't want to seem like, y'all know I'm always down for the people, but we got to correct our own sometimes. And it'd be tough conversations because you don't want to say it and be off, not towing the line. I toe the line all the time. But I just want to make sure it's clear that there was some wrong done on her side as well, And Brick Girl, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. The campus police that arrested her has so many complaints against him and never bring police into a classroom. We didn't have disciplinary records in Winston-Salem State. Yeah, so you said they will just suspend you, not keep you. It sounds like the student and professor had undercurrent of bad blood of all semester. That's what it seems like, right? So another professor is the one that called, not the yeah, true. You may not get any grace in the real world. That's honest. The girl's mother is also an attorney, which then makes sense why in some of her commentary about her situation, she feels, because she mentioned very strongly, she started mentioning more about her police interactions than she did about actually what was going on in the classroom. And you'll see in her first initial tweet, it was mostly, I was arrested today without knowledge of being arrested. Without knowing what I was being arrested for and not being read my rights after asking 3 times for them to be read. I have shared my story on Instagram. And so when I saw that, I said, oh, that's heavily leaning on more of the procedural process of detaining. And that's where I was leaning at. Like, that's what I would combat. But you can't combat whether you were a disruption in the classroom or not, because you were. If I was in your shoes, I was. Now, the other half of that is how they proceeded to detain you. See, that to me becomes a situation. First, I would have been like, okay, do you have female officers? Because now we're talking about a whole nother game. This is a university. Typically, you have male and female squad officers. I've been on campus and been very familiar with university police. Um, do you have a female officer available? Because you don't know what can come from this. Um, and so it's a lot. A lot of people are attacking the school. I think she should have just left. Thank you, Sip. Okay. Thank you, Sip and Socialite. And I'm glad you're an alum. And I'm glad, okay, you make me feel a lot better, because I was sitting here saying, like, okay, girl, just leave. But the optics of all this made it seem even that much more damaging. She got detained, bent over a class desk. I mean, it's ridiculous. You got all of this for the rest of your life, viral video, your name now attached to it for the rest of your life, all because you said the F bomb and the teacher was like, you got to go or apologize. And you, in front of your classmates, didn't want to do either. And so this happens. It should be a lesson to a lot of people. That sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles. I think that was that sort of the lesson that should have evolved for her, is that you got to pick and choose your battles. Maybe choose the battle, but this might not be the right time to take out to execute. Like, wait till after class is out and it's just y'all two, and then have that conversation. But in front of an audience, you know that the odds are against you already. She's gonna feel dismissed. She's gonna feel belittled, like she's losing her authority. And so there you get the apologize or leave. There's a point where student behavior makes the quality of instruction go down, which will devalue the worth of college overall. Professor V didn't call the police in the first place, right? If a professor can't control their classroom, then it's a free for all. If it's my classroom and I ask you to leave, you curse and you say you're not going, I'm calling security. What is wrong with that? Joe, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? The handcuffs were way too much. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now we're getting into the procedural. We're away from, the actual citation, the actual you fucked up. Okay, you did fuck up. Now what's the procedural process to carry out that fuck up? Oh, it's a detainment. Okay, so in that process, this is how this girl's detained. Now we have something to talk about. But I don't think we have anything to talk about when we're saying, did she or did she not fuck up? Yeah, she did. But did y'all fuck up on your side of it? Aw, thank you. Y'all be so sweet. Thank you. She should have just left. I think that had she been white, we would have been saying she pulled a Karen card. Yes. 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 Yes, crew. Thank y'all. Oh my God. Once she refused to leave, it does set the tone for how other students will treat the professor. She should have definitely left. Who was the black woman with her mouth covered in shock? I'm gonna play the one of the students who was in the class. I'm gonna play her video, and you'll notice that everyone now is focusing on the police aspect of this. What I said, the procedural side, and so Sip and Socialite, when you said that was her mother was an attorney, I said, oh, okay, this makes sense. Child, we got professors that curse during lectures. Oh, they must be cool. Maybe Professor V got saved since I was there, but I know she knows we curse. I don't believe she should have been arrested, but she was disruptive and was disrespectful. I may be biased because I have a lot of family members who are teachers. No, it's the truth. Good morning, Miss Cruiser. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, boo. We are usually asked to leave, or the professor will pull you into the hall for a conversation. And see, there we go. That one-on-one would have been great for me, because I still, during that time frame, and I'm speaking honestly, I still would have said my shit, but it wouldn't have made her feel as worse as it did when I said my shit in front of a crowd of people, my peers, her students, which makes her then feel defeated. I could say it and then walk off. And now we got to deal with that, but it's pick and choose your battles and pick the right time. And she didn't. I can't speak for any other college, probably biased. Maybe. So, um, yeah, let's get into her friend's statement. Now y'all check out what her friend had to say about all of the shit that went down. I always be like, I love the friend testimony. I always be looking for who was around, who else saw this. Listen to the friend.
That email that they sent out and the statement that they put out, it really felt like a slap in the face, not only to me because I witnessed it, but I know it felt like one to Layla because she actually physically went through what she did. And you can even clearly hear the students in a classroom saying like this professor provoked her, this professor yelled at her, but yet you have these police officers being aggressive with Layla, like she threatened someone or physically harmed the teacher when Layla's at the back of the classroom and the teacher's at the front of the classroom. Nobody moved. Layla didn't walk up on the teacher, anything like that. And then even when the white officer did hear Layla telling him, like, you're hurting me, and even I could see how far up her arm was twisted, I thought he was going to break her arm. He did not at all change.
Again, focusing on the detainment aspect of this and how, because that's the optics we saw. We didn't see the, really too much of them going back and forth that came viral. It was the optics of what happened between the student and the police, campus safety. And that's, for me, was an issue. That's where I said, okay, yeah, this is a bit much. First, the female, you're doing too much. Don't you think this is a bit excessive? 2 police officers face into the desk. You're doing a bit much. Now, you can go on to Twitter and find more footage of that day. She also had a conversation with the police officers in the hallway where the white police officers, and I hate to distinguish them by that, I don't have both of their names, but he told her basically, yeah, you can go to jail for this. And you can, I bet he was basically trying to say, like, you should just go apologize or you can go to jail for this. And she's like, no, I'm not apologizing. And so she's facing, again, her court date is in January. She's facing, it's so sad, a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor. All it is for a misdemeanor at your own school that you're paying money to go to. It sucks on both sides of the fence. And she shouldn't have faced this, charged with a misdemeanor disorderly conduct, and released on her own promise to appear. So I'll stay tuned to this story. We'll see more stuff. I'm sure will come out in the woodworks, just like the University of Kentucky. You see all these things that happen, and then quickly the school swiftly, hey, we see it, we're investigating it, we'll be on it. That school say they have an internal, what University of Kentucky has an internal policy that they follow when cases like this. And so we'll see if this school has that same kind of internal policy that they follow to solve this or sort of mitigate the situation. We know for a fact the professor's not going nowhere. She's a tenure professor. She's a department person. The student will probably be moved to another classroom, if anything, another professor. I don't think they'll remove any of her credits or try to affect any of her education, because I think they too also understand the magnitude of what those police officers did. Now it's going to the court. So we'll see how prosecutors, how they'll handle it, because that'll be interesting. They're going to try on disorderly conduct. And I told you that's what it was. Was she disruptive? Yeah. That's what she's going to court for. But what we need to focus on is the detainment side of it. That's what no one is really like, okay, y'all, we need y'all to step up school to investigate that side of it. So I'll stay tuned to this and see if this is what the school does. I always keep you all updated on that. Of course. Thank you for letting me know too. Commencement is today too. Chris Paul is graduating from there. Oh wow. Oh, it's fall commencement. What did the police do wrong? They came in, asked her to leave. Also, she said no. So that's disorderly conduct and trespassing. Pick and choose your battles, but they didn't have to be so rough. And I think it was excessive detainment. I think that it was a little overboard. I think it was a little overboard. Maybe grabbing, by the arm and escorting her out the classroom, but actually handcuffing her like she committed an actual crime, like a threat to the classroom, like there was a gun in the classroom, like she assaulted someone. It comes across as excessive. If you'll do that for that, what the fuck are y'all doing for the real shit? Bitch, I better hear at Winston-Salem State somebody get slapped, they dropping bombs on a bitch. If y'all doing all of that for this, that's the kind of it gave me. Yeah, I don't think Professor V should go anywhere either. But when you are being detained and you are pulling away and resisting, it's going to look bad and rough. You're right. They arrested her without reading her Miranda rights. We did see that. Without she did say that she didn't get read her rights and twisted her arms. Good morning, Mr. Carruthers. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Y'all are funny. And shout out to y'all. Y'all are always coming through. Thank you. Thank you for the cash app. So let's move on. Next topic, because we got so much to get on to. So y'all, I don't know what is going on in the world. So there's a shootout at KFC. KFC customer shoots employee after restaurant runs out of corn. So this man was in a drive-thru, right? And he pulled up to the speaker, you know, the first one. Pull up to the first window, make your order. And he asked for his order and asked for some corn. And the lady at the drive-thru said, we're out of corn. He went the fuck off. Bitch, what? Out of corn? The fuck you mean? This KFC? He put one of me. When you pull up to a fast food and they ain't got no fries. Close. You're McDonald's and you don't have fries, you should close. What do you think the golden arches are? That's a symbol of fries in a box. You should close. And so but I don't think corn, corn, KFC, if they had chicken, okay. Corn, you can literally go to the store and buy 89-cent can of corn and do your own corn on the side. Corn, niggas be corn hungry. So anyways, he pulls up. So after he tells them at the window, they're like, we ain't got nothing. He pulls up to the actual window where you pay. And the woman at the booth, we ain't got nothing. She slammed her door. He going off. So the 20-year-old man, 20-year-old boy, always got to be trying to come to the rescue. The 25-year-old employee took his ass outside trying to tell the dude, like, yo, you need to move. You need to go on. Dude pulls out a gun and shoots him. The 25-year-old employee walks back into the store like he just shot me. Rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and he's unable at this point to identify the shooter. The shooter is gone off and fled the scene. Y'all get into this story. All of this over some motherfucking corn. Like, I'm telling you, you can get corn for 89 cents and get the summer crisp corn that's a little sweet. That shit is good. Y'all get it. Fuck is the world coming to today?
We are learning more about a KFC employee shot by a customer in the drive-thru because the restaurant was out of corn. Tonight, the victim's brother is talking only to 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend.
Stunned, because my brother get up to go to work every day.
Norman Thomas says for about 6 years, his brother, 25-year-old Dion Thomas, has enjoyed working at this KFC near Del Mar and North Kings Highway in the Central West End. He says Dion started as a cook and then later excelled to assistant manager.
He loved it. That's why he worked his way up. He didn't want to go nowhere else. He wanted to work there.
Monday evening, the business suddenly became a crime scene. Employees told police a man became angry in the drive-thru when workers told him the restaurant was out of corn. Police say the man, around 40 or 50 years old, first threatened the employees through the speaker box. They say the customer then pulled up to the drive-thru window with a gun.
It's crazy. It's ludicrous.
The drive-thru danger spilled outside.
This is just all of a sudden.
Dion's coworkers told police when he went outside, the customer walked up, shot Thomas once in his side, hopped in a car, and drove off. A KFC employee tells 5 on Your Side their boss drove the wounded worker to a hospital.
It's really sick. I can't understand what's going on with these people today. For them to want to have an idea to shoot him for some corn. What? Really?
The KFC worker was shot 2 weeks before his 26th birthday. Thomas says his brother underwent surgery and is now recovering. Meantime, he hopes the man who shot Dion over some corn is soon off the streets.
They need to get him. Yeah, it's a blessing on a brother alive.
Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
Today, the KFC's doors were locked. Only the drive-thru was open to customers.
So what? Y'all gonna close the whole restaurant now? Only have to drive. You got it backwards, bitch. Close the drive-through. You need to have niggas at the window walking up so you can see them. You closed it. Didn't y'all get shot at the drive-through? Close. Fuck that. I wouldn't be at no drive-through window, bitch. I'll be standing way back, way back. Are you kidding me? Niggas need to be getting out their cars, walking in at this point. We need to be looking out the windows with a speaker. All clear. Corn, y'all. I'm for real. First of all, KFC corn is not all of that. That shit is bioengineered corn. First of all, for they fucking want to put something out on me, it is definitely motherfucking engineered. Okay, completely bioengineered, allegedly. Over some corn from KFC though. And how many KFCs is in your community? I know sometimes if I go to a restaurant, they don't have it. I go to another one, they got it and it's fresher. I'm like, God wanted me to do this. He meant for them bitches not to have it because this was delicious. Corn. This is embarrassing. And it's sad. And it's a lesson. Oh, it's a lesson. See, this is what I'm saying. Like I said yesterday, most of these stories evolve. It's like there's some evolution in it. There's a lesson. As a store manager, assistant store manager, when you have an irate customer already at your speaker threatening you, you shouldn't go outside after them. Maybe lock the door and call the police. You know, I know we want to be Superman. I know you, the assistant manager, you worked your way up, but it's not worth it. I know it's easier for me to say this now because I'm not in those shoes, but I'm telling you now, if I was, I'm not walking out there after no. If I heard him over the speaker threatening me, and I'm in a capacity as a manager, I'm not an individual citizen where okay, I see a fucking the Glock in the trunk. Okay. I'm in my manager role. My first thing is safety of my people. Let me lock the door. Let me call the police because this nigga's crazy over some fucking corn. But to go outside, we got to talk about it, y'all. We got to talk about it. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. That's like the lady at the store. We talked about it here. The automotive store going off on the customer. She go behind the desk and she pulled out the gun and then ended up shooting the lady. You got to be careful. You never know who or what you're dealing with. Some fucking corn. Yes, y'all. Good morning, Bobby. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. And thank you, Sip and Socialite. I thank you for that. Thank you for that insight. Wet corn, Coco. Corn, y'all. I ain't never. If you going to KFC today, you try and let me know in the next show if the corn is worth you offing somebody. They wanted the employee to go get the corn out the field. Like what? I don't know now with inflation. That's some corny shit. He must be like 25 years old. Yeah, he's 25. He's 25. Did the worker go outside to confront? Yes. With metal. Okay, with metal detectors. Okay. You for real? No, for real. He shot him in the drive-thru because they were out of corn. I don't give a fuck. Gave him some corn. All right. The next time I had tummy bubbles. Oh, he did. Never mind. You should never go after never. Corn not worth losing your life. It's not. Cut the bullshit. Look at that. What the fuck? I don't do corn. You can have ate that mass 5 years and you ain't digesting it until you get the flu. Get the spam. Yeah, I just got the spam out. Come on. Cut the spam. Corn. All that over some damn corn, y'all. So stay tuned. I hope they find this guy. For the sake of that man who, he really felt like that was his motherfucking job. Really felt like that was the job. Shout out to the crew real quick. Hit that like. All right, so let's switch over to something else that's crazy. We're still on local news, and if you want to follow along, everything's in the description box. And thank y'all for being here. Shout out to the crew. All right, so this next story is so fucking crazy, splashed all over Twitter. Oh my God. So this brother decides to stab his sister, kill her, and then take her to an alley and light her on fire. All right. So his name is Aaron Dudley. He's 41 years old. This happened on this past Tuesday. His sister name is Nakia Logan. She's 26 and she was 36 weeks pregnant and had her baby shower just 3 days earlier. And so this is the crazy part that I don't understand. This is what they're saying the motive was. Investigators believe that Dudley repeatedly stabbed Logan, put her body in a city trash bin, wheeled the bin about 4 blocks to the access road, poured gasoline on his sister's body, and set her ablaze. Surveillance video showed Dudley pushing the bin through his neighborhood. Authorities say there was no immediate word on a motive for the stabbing. Now, this is the brother, that's the sister. Now, here's my thing. You got one or two things here. You have mental health or foul play, right? He could have snapped on a mental health, or there could be some foul play here. And so I had to follow it. I said, Roman, so what you thinking, Roman? Talk to me, Roman. I do that to myself. Roman, what you thinking? What you thinking, Roman? So I said, well, Roman, if it's mental health, then he wouldn't be wanting to cover it up. Most folks who commit a crime under the auspices that they're mentally ill or they have some mental health, they just do the shit. We often hear about the mental health stuff afterwards. It's just done. We don't really hear them taking the steps to stab the person. They'll stab them, but get the body, take the body, cover it up, burn a body. We don't really hear too much of that. Well, at least I don't. So then I got to thinking foul play. I'm like, well, what could be foul play about this? And so many things came to my brain. First thing came to my brain was, they were living together, just those two. I said, was there some inappropriateness going on between the brother and sister? Was there some financial commitment between the brother and sister? Did he owe her money? Did she owe him money? Foul play. Was the baby his? Foul play. Drugs. Was he doing drugs? Was she doing drugs? Were there some foul play? So that's what I'm thinking. But y'all listen to this and y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. There's some crazy shit going on in the United States of America. This coming to us out of, where is this coming to us out of? I don't want to say Fresno. California. Shout out to Fresno, California.
Developing now, authorities have made an arrest in the death of a pregnant woman who was murdered and set on fire in Northwest Fresno. Her own brother now in custody in the crime. Thanks for joining us for Action News Live at 5. I'm Gonzalez.
And I'm Warren Armstrong. Action News reporter Brittany Jacob is live downtown at the Fresno County Jail tonight with the new and disturbing information on this investigation. Brittany?
Well, good evening, guys. The family members have just confirmed that Nakia was 8 months pregnant with baby Noah. And now this comes right after the family just threw her a baby shower over the weekend. Now, 2 lives have been cut short. Now, we want to warn you that this the details in this investigation can be very disturbing.
To that possible 1144 in a field, they at Cornelia, 4488 North Cornelia, they have the victim apparently set on fire at this time.
Around 12:30 on Tuesday afternoon, Fresno police and access road. Authorities have now confirmed the victim is 26-year-old Nakia Logan, who was pregnant at the time of her murder. The suspect, her own brother, 41-year-old Aaron Dudley. Police Chief Paco Balderrama says it's part of an unsettling trend.
As a police chief, I find this horrific. And the fact that we've had, 5 babies murdered in this fashion the last year is something that keeps me up at night.
Detectives believe Logan and her unborn child, baby Noah, had been stabbed numerous times. They say that stabbing happened just a few blocks away from the home Logan shared with her mother and brother. This is not the first time authorities were at that home.
About a year and a half ago, they took Dudley on a 72-hour hold after being deemed a threat to himself and others. Police say this time when they arrived, Dudley was trying to cover up the murder.
But this is a person who had the wherewithal to try to clean up the evidence, try to dispose of the body, ran when the police came to knock on the door to see what was going on. So this is not somebody who does not know what he's doing.
District Attorney Lisa Smitkamp says she anticipates her office to file 2 counts of murder because of how far along Logan's pregnancy was. That would make Dudley eligible for the death penalty.
Now, the family today, they told me they are completely grief-stricken. And while they did not want to go on camera, they told me that Nakaya was a beautiful spirit. She was loving, very family-oriented, and trusting. And again, this the motive of this case has not yet been determined, and this investigation is still ongoing. Live in downtown Fresno, Brittany Jacob, ABC.
Go on, girl. She up there looking all poised. You heard the police officer say very clearly exactly what I said, verbatim. This is the kind of person who had the wherewithal to try to cover this up. That's setting the stage for don't be trying to plead insanity. You ain't got no fucking mental health issues. And then even that 72-hour hold that he had previously, even that as a threat, there was no mental health mentioned there. So I don't think this person, I think there's some foul play here, but we're gonna stay tuned to this story. What the fuck? Your sister though, that's crazy as shit to me. He been hating. What in the entire fuck? He been hating. A brother in North Carolina raped his 16-year-old sister and killed her. The grandmother and his girlfriend tried. Whoa. Who has a baby shower 6 weeks pregnant? Yeah, there's some mental health issues. All right. Right. Doesn't baby shower happen in the 3rd trimester? These males can just be evil. Some people do not even announce they are pregnant at 6 weeks. I know I didn't. He was jealous of his. You think he was jealous? She was 8 months. He was jealous that she was getting the love from the family he wished he had. I've seen it in my own. Oh wow. No. My goodness, so sad. It's even worse when it's a family member. There were signs. Oh, baby, there were signs, wasn't it? So sad. No, ma'am. And it's obvious that brother is a creeper. Period. That's a damn shame. Sad. You right. Foul play. I definitely think it's some foul play. Death penalty, please. Yeah, let me clarify. Because the one I got 30. I don't know why I have 36 months written down here. She was 8 months pregnant. Family members confirmed to police that Logan was 8 months pregnant and had celebrated her baby shower the previous Sunday. The baby boy was to be named Noah. She was probably getting catered to, and his infant mind couldn't take it. Well, I hope that motherfucker get what he needs in jail. Your sister though, and you're giving. Like that is crazy. And don't get me started on both living in the fucking house with the mother. Don't get me started on that. All right, y'all. I want to take a detour. Shout out to DKL. Hey, DKL, Duchess Kelly Love. Duchess, I'm off today. If you're going live, can I hit your panel? I just want to hit your panel. Shout out to DKL. That's one of my faves. Okay, 8 months. What more? All right, y'all. So we're going to take a small detour real quick. I saw this video on Twitter, and I said, see, I'm going to show this fucker. Because anytime we catch a black one, everybody want to talk about it. So let's look at this shit. Look at what this pastor told his congregation. Now, let me set the backstage up. Somebody wrote a letter to the church and was like, talking about how, he's excessive with his money and he wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for us and blah, 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 just going off on him. And this was his response to them. I think he singled out his whole church. Check this out. Hit the like button.
Get all kind of crazy and let people fight. Yeah, I'm hesitating to say, I don't want to say, I'm going to get all kind of crazy and let people fight. You'll have jewelry cost more than your house. Where? I'm telling you, listen to me. I'm telling you. My first house cost $14,700. I'm giving you a chance to write your check out. $14,700. My second house cost $81,900, and this watch costs more than that. Are you gonna write me an ugly letter? Let me tell you what. No.
Baby, you know the church went up for him. Still going up for him. Celebrating that man. I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention and show you. I said, look at that shit. Ain't that some shit? Now, if you don't get your old ass out of here, you can make all the money you want in the world, but you closer to the Lord than I am while you out here trying to suffocate your congregation. Thank you. While you trying to suffocate your congregation, hairline. What's his name? Jesse Duplantis or something like that. I think it is part of the King Copeland crew. All right, so now this next story is crazy as fuck. So we have, and we're still on local news, y'all. We still got some time. So we have this man, Tyrone Darling. Rest in peace, Tyrone Darling. And you rarely hear shit like this. So Tyrone Darling, right, died in Arlington, Texas, at this restaurant called Lisa's Chicken. So here's what happened. Tyrone Darling and his baby mom both have an agreement where, you know, they meet up and exchange the kids. So Tyrone Darling was pushing the baby in the stroller with his current girlfriend to drop him off to the baby mom so that he can go to work. And so the baby mom drove up there and she arrived with her male friend. And the male, and you know, I guess the baby mom didn't know the girlfriend was coming. So the baby mom had words with the girlfriend in the car. Bitch. So her baby mom's boyfriend or whoever came with her got out the car and started trying to fight the baby dad. And once he swung and got him on the ground, the baby mom got out the car and shot him to death. Killed him. Shot him with one shot. Right in front of his child and his girlfriend. They grabbed the baby, got back in the car, and fled the fucking scene. And the woman called the police. Man died on the scene. Very relatively new story. Here is the couple. This is the baby mom, and that's the guy she was with. Now everybody online is saying that that's a female. And I'm like, how are y'all getting that's a female? To me, it's a male and a female, but I could be wrong. And so more details. His baby mom just killed him in front of their baby in Texas. He was walking from the Cornerstone Munchies with his baby in a stroller, and baby mom was supposed to meet him to get their child. They got into an argument because he had his girlfriend with him, and they had arguing. The baby mom then shot him, and they took the baby, got in the car, and left. So I saw this on her page because she was like, Tyrone Darling was shot and murdered in Arlington, Texas when he went to take his child back to the mother. Custody exchange murders are on the rise and the mainstream media is not reporting it. Please, everyone that can attend, show up and help us spread the word. And so I just wanted to share this with you all. This is another, of course, this is a story that ain't gonna be, if this would have been on the other side, I definitely feel like if this would have been a female who was shot during the custody exchange at the expense of the baby dad and his girlfriend, I think we've definitely been talking about it a lot sooner than now, but we're not getting as much attention because it was the father. And for all intents and purposes, he followed the rules. It didn't seem like there was anything wrong with him bringing his girlfriend with him. What the fuck, you think he's gonna be single for the rest of his life? I mean, you brought somebody with you who had the nerve enough to get out the car and intervene and get in a situation. You're lucky the father didn't have a gun on him, protect himself. And it's fucked up. Y'all did all of this in front of your baby. Your baby. Your baby. Your baby. Makes no fucking sense. Child, people need to read the book of Proverbs. One proverb a day, they won't get pimped. The hell going on at these chicken places? That looks like a female. Everyone keeps saying it's a female. Does it look like a female to you all? Maybe it is. Wow. Okay. Maybe it is. The article says. The article doesn't say it's a female. So let's see. Okay. Police say the man later identified as Tyrone Darling was approached by two females. Oh, one identified as the baby mama, and the second female identified as the mother of Darling's baby mama. Oh, the mother. So that was his mom. That was her mom. What? You got to be fucking kidding me. That's her mom? Hold up. Hold up. Scroll up. Because I don't want to be. Her mom? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all see what I'm seeing? Right here. Police say the man later identified as Tyrone Darling was approached by two females. One identified as the baby mama, and the second female identified as the mother of Darling's baby mama. That is some bullshit. Not you. Who? Wait, what? See, this is what I'm talking about. That don't look like her mother. Yeah, that's why I said a man. Wow. So, and that's some restaurant called Munchies. Out of all fucking places, this man had to lose his life at a place called Munchies, a chicken spot. Munchies, over some bullshit. Lost his life. So these two have been officers arrived at the scene. Routes were closed off as they investigated the report. Tyrone Darling obituary and funeral arrangements will be released by the family. Rest in peace, Tyrone Darling. Sorry to hear. I'm so sorry to hear that this happened to you as you were doing the custody exchange of your own child. Nobody should have to go through some shit like that. Shit is fucking crazy. That shit is crazy to me. And I'm telling you, it's not even gonna get the attention that it should get because it is a male. It is paternal. It is a paternal thing. Like, looks like another female to me. Wow, y'all. Good morning, Alfredo Gross. Thank you for coming through. Wow. People start doing exchanges at the police department. Okay, bitch, we need to go to the military. We need to go to the local military branch. Bitch, meet me on this side of the fence. Do we need to go to the demilitarized zone? Like, what is going on? Have another member do the switch. You asked me to do it. I'm definitely heat. Damn King, it's time to clock in to work. All right, Ox City 805 Queen, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I don't want to miss the rest, but I'm gonna have to catch the rest of the replay, and I appreciate you. Shout out to the replay crew. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're gonna be a stud, at least be cute. Period. King Roman and crew, have a great day. You too. Roman, nowadays anything is possible. That's true. That is true. Wow. Yeah, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. All right, y'all. So I got a question for y'all. Okay, I have a question for you. Now, if you are let's say walking along a liquor store somewhere and a guy is running behind you into the liquor store, right? And all of a sudden police are chasing that person, and all of a sudden they come and police tackle you, dog bite you, because they must suspect you as the other person. What the fuck would you do? So, baby, we got this LA high-speed chase for this armed robbery suspect that went all the way fucking left. Now, apparently, this guy had been running from the police because he had robbed some place, and he was in a car with a bunch of dudes. And so he had got out the car, ran into this liquor store. The sky cam is trying to tell the police where to go, where he's at. Police not listening. So police pull up on the scene. They just see a person walking and decide to just stop them and attack them. Y'all get into this shit. I'd have sat right there and had a whole heart attack.
Driver out, driver jumping out of the vehicle. driver running through a parking lot, getting out of the vehicle into another group of cars, and it looks like a commercial parking lot. That Knightson following along the perimeter of the building. That's not him either. Is it? I don't think so. Whoa. Yeah, and I don't think that's him, Mark. I don't think that's him.
Baby. Do you know how I just sat there and had my I just a whole seizure. Now, come to find out that this guy ended up being someone who was riding in the car with the guy from the liquor store, which is why the guy was running from the liquor store to this direction. That came out later, and I said, "Now I wonder if that's a plan, if that's actually true or not." But yesterday, that happened in LA. I'd be damned if you catch me like that. I scream, "Help! Police brutality!" Okay, Roman, wild but crazy news. It be happening. It be happening. Drop, roll, and sue in a heartbeat. And I'm trying to get badge names. What's your name? While I'm on number what? What precinct you at? All right. One last local news story. Do I have one? Is there one more note? No. We're done with local news. So we're gonna switch over to hot topics. Hot fucking topics. We only got 3: Takeoff, Young Thug, and Tory and Kelsey. But before I do that, y'all. Did y'all see this fucking video of this woman and her dire love for Moneybagg Yo? Now, me and Darius was on Twitter, and I think he said, Moneybagg Yo ain't even that cute, that fine enough. I'm like, damn, I didn't know women was like that, but check this out.
You like going for the rappers and things like that. You're like, you don't even care if it's on camera. You don't want it on camera.
No, I just want to do. I was saying on the ride here, I was like, I would pay Moneybagg Yo $100K to fuck me. I'm trying to get money off him. I will pay him to fuck me.
Damn.
Like, I'm really, yeah.
Moneybagg Yo, if you about your bag, church. I don't know. Get her tested, church. Do all that shit.
Answer your DMs.
That's an hour, man. Tops. You out of there, Jack. Go get your 100,000.
$100K. I'm serious.
Did y'all hear her say answer your DMs? Like, she already put the offer on the table. I said, Moneybagg Yo, wow, $100K. First of all, if I had $100K, I don't know if I'm paying somebody to have sex with me. I have to have $1 billion. Like, it would have to be disposable. She didn't give me $100K was disposable to her like that. I mean, did you hear the man even shade her talking about some get her tested? I said shade. Get her tested. I mean, get her tested.
You like going for the rappers and things like that. You're like, you don't even care if it's on camera. You don't want it on camera.
No, I just want to do. I was saying on the ride here, I was like, I would pay Moneybagg Yo $100K to fuck me. I'm trying to get money off him. I will pay him to fuck me.
Damn.
Like, I'm really, yeah.
Moneybagg Yo, if you about your bag, church. I don't know. Get her tested, church. Do all that shit.
Answer your DMs.
That's an hour, man. Tops. You out of there, Jack. Go get your 100,000.
$100K. I'm serious.
Damn. I mean, she her hand pointing, fuck me. Moneybagg Yo, damn girl, what you know that we don't know? First of all, is the question. Don't fuck around and get cut. You know them girls ain't playing about Moneybagg Yo. He isn't fine at all. She ignorant. What the heck? Okay, be careful how you spend your money. I ain't paying no man for the pickle. Hot mess. Thank you, baby Jesus, for the daughters you gave me. Girl, they was trying to get all at that. All right, y'all. So let's get into the first thing in Hot Topic. So, y'all know I told you I was only going to talk about this if something new was developing. So, I got to keep following my own lane in this case. I got to keep following my own lane because something in my spirit is telling me, set up, something ain't right. Now, remember, and what I'm talking about is the Takeoff case. Man accused of murdering Takeoff to claim he acted in self-defense. Now, remember, they came out here, we found a guy arrested, and we got him based on, first thing they said was reconstruction of the crime scene. First thing Roman said was, and that tells you the fuck what? That's basically like Google Maps telling you how to get from here to there. Okay, but you ain't telling me what kind of grass, dirt, you ain't giving me the infinite details of those spots. You just got a framework, and now you putting people there. So for me, that was like, okay. And we got an attorney, his attorney backs what I'm saying up, but not, of course she's supposed to, but I said he's gonna come out and say that's not enough evidence to put that on me. And then secondly, they're saying now that him wanting to go to Mexico has nothing to do with fleeing. Apparently, he had already planned a Mexico trip, and he had already canceled the trip. And that what they saw in motion was him trying to get a passport to go, but then cancel at the recommendation of his attorney, saying you shouldn't be going nowhere. And so that's what allegedly happened behind the scenes, and his attorney explained. I'll share it with you all. And so, this is Patrick Xavier Clark. And so he goes on to say, we feel comfortable that when the time is right, that Mr. Clark will have a valid and meritorious claim for self-defense. One of Clark's attorneys said after the hearing, she declined to provide additional details on this to reporters, but during the hearing, she suggested that Clark only fired after someone shot at him first. Police say Clark fired the first shot. What did Roman say to y'all? I said, hold up. You got one person on this and it was two people that shot? That shit don't sound right to me. It took two. I said this. And I be saying this shit because I know I watch crime shows all day. If y'all was to take my Netflix, my Hulu passwords on every streaming network, first shit recommended and pop up is going to be crime, FBI files, military shows. I love stuff about military jets and planes and warships. I watch shit about that all day long. I love military jets. I don't want to fly one, but I love what they can do to you. I love nuclear war. I love all of that shit. So I'm sitting here thinking like, it doesn't make sense to me that, okay, it don't take an attorney to say this. Somebody got shot at Twitch's Takeoff and died because there was a quarrel. Okay, somebody argued, Quavo and another individual. Based off that argument, it was somebody got hit. When somebody got hit, someone pulled out a gun in retaliation and shot someone. That person who felt like they was getting shot at shot back. We need those people. What the fuck you got the person who shot back or who shot? What? He talking about he fired the first shot. Who did the second shot, bitch? It was bullets in this nigga. Who with this? I'm not good on this until it's two people arrested. And I said this, and I said we gotta follow this one, y'all. Something ain't smelling right in this. And I told y'all, to me, it feels like HPD and Mob Ties and all of them have worked together. Like, I feel like that in my soul, and I wouldn't lie to you all. And let me go ahead and support myself. Okay, y'all already know it. Oh, okay, allegedly down, allegedly. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's very, very.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Very strange. So now get into the attorney, what the attorney had to say. And I'm like, first of all, I love the way she presented herself very well. But get into what she had to say. Baby, I be knowing sometimes. I be feeling it like this shit don't sound right.
Patrick Xavier Clark, the man accused of killing Migos rapper Takeoff, appearing before a Harris County judge. Clark's bond set at $2 million, but his lawyer wants that amount reduced. Our Gerald Harris live downtown with the latest on this high-profile case. Gerald?
Yeah, lawyers for Clark are trying to get changes made to his bond, and this comes after prosecutors accuse Clark of allegedly trying to flee the country. Patrick Clark entered the courtroom handcuffed in an orange jumpsuit days after Houston police arrested him. Prosecutors accuse Clark of pulling the trigger, killing Migos rapper Takeoff.
This morning, basically, it was just formality. We set this for a bond reduction hearing next week on Wednesday. We think that's important that his constitutional rights are protected.
In a jail intake form, Clark describes himself as a self-employed DJ with total assets of $0.
This is very early on. There is a lot of investigation that needs to be done. There are a lot of witnesses that needs to be talked to, and there are a lot of things that we need to do.
But a pressing question many had concerned the recently purchased passport, large sums of cash, and a planned trip to Mexico by Clark, which prosecutors used to argue he was a possible flight risk.
There's other circumstances surrounding that. That was something that was already pre-planned, and it was counseled before he was arrested. So I think that's important. He wasn't trying to go anywhere.
In the meantime, lawyers for Clark are preparing to argue their client deserves a lower bond.
Something reasonable that's, been comparable to other bonds for other murders for a defendant who has no prior criminal history.
Harris County prosecutors did not speak after this morning's hearing. Clark's lawyer said their client is looking forward to telling his side of the story in court. In downtown Houston, Gerald Harris, KHOU 11 News.
You'll be watching this.
So we're here. Now we're here. So this is going to get real interesting because I definitely feel like they do need to do more investigating. That was definitely not enough just to say you found the shooter and that's it. Well, hold up, swole up. Let's just follow this. And what does your crime reconstruction say? So you can prove to me that it was two people and that out of those two people, this is the only person that should be held accountable. No, there should be multiple people. I don't care if it was an accident or not. They should be held accountable. So we need to stay tuned today. I want y'all to stay to the facts of it. A lot of people, I do watch a lot of people give coverage on the Takeoff case, and they've already made this man guilty. Like he's already done it. And he may be guilty, but he's not the only one guilty in this situation. So let's stay tuned to it. All the things you could do with 100,000. Get her tested, the shade of it all. Baby, get her tested. Get her to fuck tested. That's what he said. All right. So let's get into Gunna. Is Gunna a snitch? Did Gunna snitch? Is the question. Did Gunna snitch? Did Gunna snitch? Do y'all think Gunna snitched? I'm gonna tell y'all. I think Gunna did what he had to do. I absolutely do. Now, let's talk about it. So Gunna was released from jail as he pled guilty, but maintained his innocence. He came out, you see the pictures of him posting up with people and he home, welcome home, brother, all of this stuff. And so what's interesting is that he also at the same time, in court, this is why everybody is saying he's a snitch. Now I need you to listen to this and I'm gonna break it down for you so you can understand what happened. This is why I'm saying he's not a snitch. He's following the procedures. He's not actually saying I'm guilty, but he's saying I'm guilty. Because again, the charges are you were complicit in YSL RICO gang activity. And he's saying by nature of association with them, I'm guilty, but based on the crimes that you're alleging for them, I'm not guilty. And so that's where you're getting I'm guilty, but I'm not guilty with him being released. So check out this.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize.
That's where people are saying you snitched. Because at that same time, he's saying, I was in the car with them while these things were found, while they were there. Yes, ma'am, they were there. And I'm going to break that down because that is the testimony that they're going to hold against Young Thug. It gets tricky, but you got to, they're doing this with all of them. He's not the only one. He's the only one we publicly know. But there's another one that they've done this same fucking thing to in this case that hasn't been really talked about publicly, but I'll bring it up to you so I can show you. I want you to understand what happens in racketeering cases. And this happens with almost a lot of them who are charged, and how they break it down to the mastermind. They start you on small charges. You did, let's say, you rode in the car with them when this gang happened. Now, you didn't shoot the gun, but you were in the car with them. Is that true? Yes. Okay. We're going to lessen your charge, you out the door. But that testimony moves them to the next person. Now, this person said that you were in the car with them at the same time, but they said that you didn't shoot. Is that true? Yes. Okay. Move. And so when they get it to Young Thug is going to be compounded with so much testimony. And I'm gonna break it. I got proof of all of this. That is going to look likely. They're saying it's going to be like another Bobby Schmurder thing. And I'm like, wow. So now he did that. Gunna went on his little, set that in the jail. So Boosie comes out. Rat. This would have put tears in my eyes. My brother, my artist, like, what the fuck I'm fighting for? My life, that I'm not running a gang, criminal enterprise. And you do this to Big Dog, it's a gang. The guns and drugs not yours. Well, who else was in the car? They can be for. And that's where people are saying, you ratted him out. Same shit that happened with 6ix9ine. This is the same shit that happens. This is how people get themselves out of that. Now, Gunna's lawyer came out to say, Gunna did not snitch to get out of jail. He has said nothing and is not cooperating. His plea statement cannot be used in court against any other defendant. So please stop spreading lies. They're saying that they can't say his testimony can't be used against another defendant in this RICO case, but I'll prove to you how they do that. So Gunna continue. I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alfred plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. That's where the details lie. So you're denying your association with YSL. Why? Because of these activities. Do you agree that YSL did these activities? Yes. That has nothing to do. They don't even have to take that into court. That's what they're going to use. We have people that are validating that YSL is a gang and you are ahead of it, and that all of these activities have happened, part of this gang. So you got now, I want to get into something. So, you got his sister. She reminds me of Tommy, Wendy Williams' brother. Like, sometimes you ain't got to say shit. So she slipped up, right? She slipped up. So she first came out here like, we ain't fucking with Gunna no more. You a snitch. We done. Don't say nothing. Blah, 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 right? And then she quickly deleted it and hit that video because I think she got Young Thug in trouble because he's not supposed to be out here having that kind of contact that she put on that video out. So she came back and had to say, man, I got him in trouble. She doubled and then said, Gunna's not a snitch. He's good people. Like, oh, okay. So check this out. This is the first video she did before she removed it. Whew. Now, I never call nobody ugly or unattractive. That is just not my lane, my speed, unless we in a war battle. But she is definitely
with you. That's work for my brother and me. Yeah, my brother was sad when I told him. He been heard about. I mean, not he been knew. I wouldn't see him Sunday, but he knew what had happened. But he didn't know that like it was all over the internet, and he didn't know that they recorded it. So when I shared that information with him, it just kind of like was a bummer. But I thought that somebody, whoever that he talked to, might have told him that already. No, YSL gonna always be YSL.
Girl. Now, all of that she wasn't supposed to be doing. Talking about how you told your brother intimate details on social media and what's going on. The man is involved in a court case. He shouldn't be having contact with no one. And she came out here and did that. So what you think? Womp, womp, womp. A few moments later.
Can y'all please stop saying that people's ready and people this and that? Like, it's not making anybody better. It's not making nothing but good, bro. Like, nothing that's going on is not helping my brother. So can y'all please stop that? Can y'all please stop? If y'all love Gunna, then y'all give him support. Like, what the fuck y'all over there doing? Y'all tripping. It be the internet for me. And no, I haven't posted him because I was just told that nobody really supposed to have communications with each other right now. So I don't want to mess up his sheet. So why would I just go and post it? You know, like y'all got all that shit though, bro. Like y'all destroy people's lives and careers.
Now you just came. What are you talking about? You just was in the bathroom in the mirror, and you know we ain't fucking with him no more. Then all of a sudden now you done got your ass spanked. You done got in trouble for coming out here talking. That's why I be saying it be your own people that you gotta tell them sit your ass the fuck down. Now Young Thug showed up in court. Young Thug showed up in court, and he, showed up in court, and during this court session, this weird thing happened. Check this out.
This is glory to the CCP. Free Young.
The fucking prosecutor had porn on his laptop, and it showed up on during the time during his thing. So this is how we break this down, y'all. And shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. So Gunna DK, what they're trying to do is, if the goal is taking down YSL, this is strategic, rolling up smaller crimes to help prove the big ones. In this case, among others, the 2015 murder of Donovan Thomas, or Nut, which prosecutors say Young Thug approved, ordered, and which set off the violent years-long beef. Now, they're going to say DK, one of the people who's affiliated with YSL, they got him on this picture of him and with this YSL tattoo on his forehead, and basically said that we ain't got you on no crimes, we ain't got you on nothing else, but we see you got this tattoo on your head. So we're going to bring you into this fold. And so he basically had to say, yes, I was with them when these things happen. Yes, but I did not commit any crimes. Yes, I understand that they are a racketeering. Yes, it is a gang, but I wasn't. For him to be out of that. And that's what DK did to get himself out of it. So a lot of the guys are doing this. That's why people are saying that Young Thug is not calling him a snitch. They all are doing what they have to do to get off at this point. And so he goes on further to explain, guilty pleas to avoid serving more time for essentially the same acts mean that prosecutors can now use testimony from guys like DK and Gunna to prove the foundation of the case, that YSL is a gang, and therefore anything its self-professed members do to further the cause is conspiracy. And that's what they're trying to do here. And that's why Gunna was able to get off, because that's what he pleaded to. Yes, I know that YSL is a gang. Yes, they do this activity. Yes, I've been around with the guns and the weed and all that good stuff. But no, I wasn't complicit in any of that activity. No, I didn't approve of shooting or anything like that. That's how they're able to get off. So Gunna, he's off. He has to do 500 hours of community service. I know he's happy. 500 hours of community service. But this is how I feel about this situation. And Lil Duval said it worse. Nobody should pin snitch on Gunna unless Thugger say it himself. And that's exactly how I feel. If Thugger is not out here saying it, and his sister is certainly coming back off of it, I think we need to take a step back and say, I don't think he's a snitch. Boosie, he always acting out of place, not knowing what he's talking about, not having all the facts. Simply, Rat, this would have put tears in my eyes, my brother, my artist. What would have put tears in my eyes is the fact that you wouldn't have understood me and you having a conversation with our attorneys present on how I should handle this. And if that was the outcome of the conversation, tears in my eyes would have been you not understanding that. How about that? It can't always be just you. You got to learn how to compromise. People have to live their lives. The fuck? I saw that and I'm like, damn, chill all the way out. Now, let me see what y'all. I said everyone don't need to be on social media, period, especially when it comes to court cases. That's true. That's true. Or be so quick to report on it, because it'd be like sometimes you may miss some stuff that's still coming out the pipeline. Now let's get into the Tory Lanez trial, our last topic of the day. And thank y'all for being here. Shout out to the 29 in the room. I hope y'all hit that like button. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. I'm trying to see where I'm at. Okay. All right. Now, we've been watching this case, and I've been watching this case, but you know, it is what it is. And for the most part, I don't know what the fuck this is. I wrote on Twitter, this should have been on Cheaters or Judge Judy. Like, this should have definitely been an episode of Cheaters, walking in a Kylie Jenner episode, catching them or whatever, going off, cameras going off. This right here gave me, you have incompetent lawyers and a prosecutor. You have witnesses who are willing to cooperate the right way. I mean, Kelsey just, I mean, I've never, the bitch got, I'm sorry, Kelsey got immunity. I apologize. Kelsey got immunity and instantly, well, I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't say that. I did. I was just, I had postpartum. What? It had the prosecutors like, wow, we didn't expect this, to the point where they want to now play the full recording of their conversation back in September 22. Like, so during this time, you're telling us that you don't, none of this is true. So let's break this down. Let's break this this shit is fucking crazy. It's nuts. But let's just break this down for the last 15 minutes of the show. And shout out to the crew. I appreciate y'all for being here, holding me down all fucking ways like y'all always do. Let me check out these likes. Hold up. Where we at? 35 likes. Thank you. It's 30 of y'all in here. Thank you. All right. So let's see, where does this go? Okay. So we started with December 12th, 26th. The trial began. Prosecutors laid the whole fucking case out. Basically, they came out here saying, you will find out through Kelsey, Tory Lanez fired the gun. You will find out through Kelsey, da 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 da. You will find out. Remember, I leaned toward that when I said they led with Kelsey. And his attorneys came out here basically saying, you'll find out this is a case about jealousy, of them two not liking each other. Because they were trying to say that, you know, for all intents and purposes, Harris pulled the trigger. So they were basing their case on that. Prosecutors basing their case on Kelsey, right? And so you got them two, you know, so set up for that. Then we get to day 2, and that's Megan took the stand. So Megan took the stand. We get the whole, yes, there was some intimacy. Yes, there was a kerfuffle in the car. Yes, I said some things. Yes, I was scared. I can't believe it. I'm terrified. We got all of that stuff that, for me, for the most part, I was like, really? I didn't know you was going through all, I didn't know you was suffering like that. You were just on at Gorilla Girl on a poll, and Gorilla Girl's fairly recent. So I didn't know you was going through all of that. But anyways, I digress. And I'm trying to walk y'all through this because this shit was a circus, an arena, a Ricky Lake show. It wasn't even, it gave me what the fuck is going on. So that was day 2. We got her. Then we get to day 3. Kelsey Harris, Megan's former best friend, testified that Lanez threatened her. And so we get here where she's just going back on almost every fucking thing she's saying. Oh, I don't remember this. Oh, I don't remember that. Somehow becomes more confusing. What happens between September and today that had you forget everything is what the prosecutor literally asked Kelsey. What happened between now and then? So, you know, starting this out was the fact that you had them prosecutors basing their whole fucking case on the fact that Kelsey was going to come up here and testify that she said that she saw Tory Lanez shoot the gun, because they already know, they got text messages of her saying to the security guard, hey, 911, help, Meg's been shot, right? So they already know that. What does she do? Do I have to answer that? I didn't say that. I don't, you know, I don't remember. I was going through so much, and they are in up and Rams like, what the fuck? Wait, what, bitch, what? And so she's continuing to go on and feel this whole sort of, and so the prosecutor's pushing like, so you do remember you saying verbatim that this happened. So what changed between now and then? I felt like I was being, you know, under pressure. All of this stuff. So then it's time for the defense attorneys to take the stand and ask her questions. And their first to come out the gate was, have you been paid by Tory Lanez? No. Did you shoot? No. So if you didn't shoot him and you're saying that you didn't see him, but you did see you did in September, but now you don't. What are we missing? Am I missing something? What are we fucking missing here? And that's where I'm saying this case is so loopy. Now remember I told you the weirdest part about this case to me was the fact that the ballistics of this whole incident, it wasn't tested. Well, their testimony also came out during Kelsey's time on the stand that Tory Lanez and her got into some fight and that he had dragged her and she had scars, and she tried to say that there wasn't one, but there was text messages proving that she had said to Megan, hey, what should I do? Should I go to urgent care or not? I'm like, damn, wow, it was that deep. And so the reason that they couldn't even bring that forward was because the fucking officer, they said, was on leave, had a prior arrest on domestic violence himself. And so the defense attorney was like, well, you can't use him. He's not credible because we're going to talk about his own character. How can he be a credible witness? And so you had also, maybe just confirming the obvious, but district attorney prosecutor Bott made a comment before jurors entered the room about how Harris didn't testify in the manner that we anticipated. So pretty clear now her behavior yesterday blindsided prosecutors completely. And then they go on to say that judge ruled defense can call the LAPD detective Ryan Stoger to ask why he didn't pursue Kelsey as a possible shooter, but they can't bring in Stoger's recent arrest on suspicion of domestic violence. And Tory's attorneys tried to argue that the domestic violence case would prove that goes to his credibility. And so they're really in here trying to battle it out. So to recap, basically, Harris confirmed she told prosecutors in September that Tory threatened to shoot her inside the SUV. But on the stand, she said it was a blur and her statement about the threat was not true. She also recanted and recorded statement that she saw Tory point the gun at Megan. The district attorney, Kathy Tay, was flabbergasted by Harris's flip-flop, especially after granting her use immunity, meaning anything she said on stand couldn't be used against her. And so she's like, what happened? And Harris said, no. Did anybody in the defense contact her? And she's like, no, they didn't contact me. And so she goes on to say, when you talked to us in September, you were being truthful, weren't you? And Harris goes on to say, some things, yes. Did you fire the weapon at Megan? No. And it leaves us like, well, what the fuck is going on in this whole trial? This shit, it's totally pulled me from this being like something credible, legal shit to watch to like, this is a mockery. A pure mockery. I know they feel bad for this girl getting granted immunity. I know they do. So then we had day 4 where the doctor who operated on Megan's gunshot wound testified on Thursday, just basically say that, yes, there were gunshots fragments in her foot, talking about it was a glass that she got out the car and said she stepped on glass. Well, initially she said that because she was afraid that something would happen. Remember, during the police brutality and arresting black men, that's how she felt. And so, but when she got to the hospital, the doctor confirmed that, yeah, it was bullet fragments in her foot. So we do know that she was shot. So now today, Friday, Tory Lanez is supposed to be on the stand. We're supposed to hear him. It's going to be very interesting to get his details on what happened leading up to them getting into the car, the argument. Because remember, it started out as the defense attorney saying that this was they're all about, it was over jealousy and rage. So it'll be interesting how he phrases that, how this started out, removing himself and positioning it Kelsey and Megan. It'll be interesting to see that. That's how they led, and so we'll see. It'll also be interesting to see when the prosecutors ask him questions about the gun and ask him questions about his relationship with both Megan and Kelsey. Look for that too. So that'll be interesting in telling too. What else would be interesting in telling? Y'all let me know what else would be interesting in telling from listening to Tory Lanez's testimony today. And everybody gonna be out, especially gonna be out reporting on it. The internet has proven how crazy people are, baby. She said, can I please, the fourth judge said, you can plead the fifth. She said, yeah, can I do that? Okay, I hope they charge her for perjury. She was paid. That million Tory offer, Megan sounds like the friend took it. And he shot me in my pinky toe. Oh my God. I said this too. Harlem Nights. What channel is this trial on? You can watch it on Law and Crime network on YouTube. If I was him, but it's not really you can't see no shots from inside, but they do like synopsis. I watch their synopsis. I get most of the footage from Twitter, which I got a video for you all. Stay tuned. If I was him, I wouldn't even get on the stand. That's crazy. Okay. Hey Angie. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all know when y'all be coming through. So this case has completely evolved from something that we thought was credible. Yes, Megan got shot by Tory Lanez and Kelsey had nothing to it to, okay, girl, we know you got shot, but bitch, there was Kelsey involved. What is the mystery here? Did the alien shooter, did guns and bullets fall out the fucking sky? Somebody tell us something. So it's going to be real interesting for him on the stand. And everyone is saying that this could literally be over today or Monday. Remember, they were granted 10 days, that this trial could literally be over by Friday and Monday, because they said that jurors were like, bitch, everybody saying jurors believe Tory shot Megan. And hold on, let me get it, because but they believe they believe that he shot Megan. Tory shot Megan. And so this will be interesting to see how this plays out. And I'm only getting this by, people who are in the courtroom giving their little videos and their side clips and stuff like that. So I'm going to play a clip of Power 106 LA. They were in the courtroom again, and I love his synopsis. Now, Milo Grams, she said she was in Twitter jail, and so that she couldn't put out no more videos or anything, or go live or anything like that anymore. But I really think it is because mad people was eating off of her material. Like, I was wondering, like, damn, you should say that for your own channel, because we ate off of it. We got some tidbits from her. So mad people, she didn't really put out too much, but she did have commentary on her Twitter page. Shout out to my radio and Milo. Appreciate you. Definitely. You definitely held it down in the courtroom. So y'all get into this synopsis.
15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. I'll tell you something. That jury, most of them, it looked like they had their mind made up. I don't know which way, but they saw that person say that I lied about all that to protect myself. They're going to hear that there was gun.
Baby, we gotta stay tuned. I'm so interested to see what Tory Lanez say on the trial. I'm so interested. And Risa, I think you do have a point with saying it's worth noting Kelsey is also married and dating one of the heads under 1501 Entertainment. They already got their existing beef, so it totally could be a play for play. She trying to throw this trial off. The defense team got to her. Somebody got to her. It is clear as day. She is leaning one fucking way. And it almost feels like she hates Megan. I don't know where y'all got this, that I shot her. No, I didn't shoot her. It just gives me that. She should have went to CVS and bought an Elmo Band-Aid. So all things are working against Megan. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Stunner Black Vibes. Totally crazy. Totally fucking crazy. It was completely crazy to me. So I'm gonna stay tuned. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in today. I think everybody's trying to hear what the fuck Tory Lane's got to say. So let's stay tuned to this. And shout out to the crew. Can y'all please hit that like button? We about to end the show. Thank y'all so much. Now we're about to get into our giveaway. Our giveaway. Hey, giveaway. We hit that 2-hour mark. Thank y'all for being here. Okay. So now this week I used a word that is near and dear to me. And it's a word that I always often think about when I get involved in something or ever dive myself in something. I always think about like, okay, so how will this look? What does the end of this look like for me? So I'll know what I'm walking towards or what I'm going towards, or even know how I'll turn out. So I want to know. Wednesday I used this word. On Thursday I used this word, and today I sprinkled this word here and there. I didn't want to be overly saturated. Can you all drop down in the chat the word that you think I used was our keyword for our holiday giveaway? $50. Go. Let me see. Okay, Brick Girl, was it evolved? Yes, it was evolved. The pony told the stallion to dance. Picture that. Yes, Joe, it was evolved. Brick Girl, drop your cash app. It was evolved. The word this week that I used was evolution, evolve, how things are evolving, how we evolve. And I used it in a lot of ways, in our crime stories, in our celebrity stories. But to me, that word is very powerful and it's strong. And I think going into the new year, going into different phases of your own life, you also have to think about how you evolve, not just as a person, but as a YouTuber, as a pet owner, as a employee, as a friend. How am I evolving? Because sometimes you can stay complacent and just be dealing with things because you're used to it. And I have my own situation going on right now with me and my baby. I told you all about this earlier in the beginning of the live. Eli. Um, we're evolving. I'm evolving as a person. I'm not in the same place I was 4 years ago when I first thought about getting a dog, and then I got a dog. And he is at a spot where he needs more of me. And we're evolving. And so it's been a word that's been happening to me. Last week was affirmations. I want you all to just have your daily affirmations, but also think about how you are evolving as a person. And sometimes whether what you're doing is keeping you consistently in that same spot, whether it's good, okay, but can you evolve a little bit more? Can you be doing a little bit more? You know, can you evolve? And sometimes that evolution may hurt, but it may be for the best. And you got to think about that as you are getting older and getting wiser and being a better person and wanting to be happier. You have to evolve. You can't just be the same old. And I hope in front of you all's eyes, I'm evolving. You can see a little evolution, some evolvement, some element of evolving. I hope so, because that is critical to me. And I think about it a lot of times, like, okay, I gotta do something else. We gotta, and so that was the word. Let me send you your money right now. I remember a long time ago when I used to do Cash App prizes. I think one of my moms was like, "You got to send it right now. Ain't no wait until later." And I said, "Lesson learned." So here you go. I loaded it up yesterday. 67. Got you. Thank you. There you go. I hope you enjoy. I hope you do whatever you want. Some food, go chill, glass of wine, whatever you do, whatever. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate you all sticking around, staying tuned, engaging, watching it. This shit feel good to me. It feels great, watching and we're learning and growing. Those things are near. It ain't just always about the mess sometimes. I always try to stick little lessons in here and stuff. I know that's the boring shit, but it's a part of me. It is. It's rooted in me. I'm not just that's why I told y'all I don't be liking looks and shit. That's cute, but it's about what's in your brain. And I want you all to feel how I feel. So evolve was our word this week. Evolution, evolve, however that means to you. Last week was affirmation, affirm. And I think those words are important. So now next week It's gonna be $100. $100 on the table out there now. $100. And next week's keyword is gonna be another keyword. I'm learning not to say the days I'm gonna go live, but I'm gonna be live 3 days next week. And so, whatever day that is, our 3 days that we come together and do the show, make sure you stay tuned on what word I'm using so you can win that $100. Okay. And happy holidays. This is my holiday spirit to you all, saying thank you for watching me and supporting me and helping me become a good content creator, because I enjoy this. I like it. I love you all because you all pour into me so much. So happy holidays. Enjoy your family. It's the weekend. Enjoy some time with your family. If you're going shopping, get in the spirit. I actually want to go get me a custom ugly Christmas sweater made. I have the Christmas sweater, but I wanted to put a picture of Kanye West, Elon Musk, and a couple of other people on there with a Christmas tree, and they were the ornaments. I wanted to do that as my ugly Christmas tree, Christmas sweater. But Lord, if I have time, and that's another thing. Y'all, my time has been, in this time of the month, busy with work. I've been timing my baby. It's been getting rough. It's been getting really, really rough between him and I can tell our relationship is changing. It's getting a little distant. He is becoming a little depressed. My baby is becoming depressed, and it took Dogtopia to pull me to the side to say, your dog is exhibiting signs of depression. Are there changes going on at home? And I had to tell them, yes, it is. My work life, my YouTube life, and my personal life are not the same way they were when I got Eli. I had all the time in the world. We had COVID. Now I'm going into the office, longer days. I'm up. I'm working harder. Y'all know I consult. I do all of that shit. And so, the other day, I realized that I left out at 9 a.m., came back at 6 p.m. My baby was sitting there like that. And I wanted to just sleep. I took him outside thinking that was going to calm him down. No, he was up till like 2. And then guess what I got to do? Come live and do my show. So then I'd be tired like, fuck. And then, all during that time, my boo texted me like, yo, I'm trying to see you. And I'm like, I can't got time right now. I got to sleep and I got to wake up. So it's just not fair to him, because in a lot of ways, I want to do other things and just be my baby's pet dad. And it's not fair to him. I'm not in the same place I was. I was depressed. I was going through all that stuff with my family, and I love him down. And that's why if you go to my YouTube community wall, you will see the video that I posted, because I was looking at videos talking about rehoming your pet. And I love my baby, and I don't think nobody will ever treat him the way I treat him. And I've cried about it, cried about it. But I have to do something. I got to do something. Because it's not like right now, he is sitting there behind me like, Dad, get off live. Anytime I grab my phone, he hates it. And y'all, can I be honest with y'all? Can I be honest with y'all? And y'all don't take me big headed or anything like that. I'm just being really honest with y'all. I know how my work ethic is. And if I work really hard, the way to put the work in to be the YouTube content creator I know I can be moving my channel in the way it needs to go in all forms. But I don't have the time, and it's how much. That's why I post on my community wall when shit happens, because I just don't have the time. If I had more time, I would then go. I'll be live with everybody, y'all, because I can break the shit down right real time. Grab my shit. I just don't have the time. And the same thing goes with upload videos. It may look like a 2-minute video, look like it was 30 minutes. No, to make. No, it may take 30 minutes for somebody who putting out bullshit. But no, that shit takes some time, y'all. It takes time. And the time when I'm doing that off camera, his time. That's why y'all haven't seen none done in some months, because it was like when I was putting him out like that, that's when he started getting depressed, and we started noticing it. And I was taking him to daycare so much because I had to go to work. I got stuff to do, or I don't know what else to do. And they're like, and they talk to me. Oh, we love Eli. No. I'm like, you want to take him, and we can co-own. I don't have a co-owner living with me right now. I wish I did. I wish I was 45, where I was more settled. I'm not. I want to travel. I want to travel. I work from home and I have the leverage to go and stay in Miami for a week and work from Miami. I've not taken advantage of that, y'all, because I can't. What I'm gonna do with Eli? I can't keep putting him up for that whole week. So it's just not fair to him. And then when I was in Rochester, it was just like hotel because and it's depressing me watching him. It makes me sad watching my dog. It makes me sad watching him look at me and knowing that, like, I used to drop everything, want to be with him. Now it's like, oh, I don't want to go walk outside. I don't want to do because I have other stuff that is pulling my attention and that I want to evolve into and become. And I always keep walking. Well, it ain't his fault. I know it's not his fault. I know it's not his fault. And what I learned in watching that video on my community was that dogs deal with depression maybe a day or two and they forget about it. Only way they'll come back is if you come back around them. That's why they rehome dogs and you should not be going back around your dog. And so that kind of helped me a little bit thinking about how he'll handle us separating. But whenever that comes, however it comes, y'all, I'm glad I shared that with y'all. It's out here. Just know we gonna have a moment. I'm gonna be members only for those lives where we gonna be crying it up, boo hoo hooing. Okay, I'm gonna need all the support then. But just know that it's good for me because I need that time and energy. I'm 35. I only get my 35 only. So I mean, I'm not a lazy soul, and I can work. I'm a hard worker, so I want that back. I'm not in the same place I was, and it's not fair to him. And I have a Jack Russell. I don't just have any dog, y'all. I don't got no dog that want to sit home. I have a Jack Russell who, Google it, requires 5 to 8 hours of burning energy a day. That's why I put him in daycare twice a week. Cause it's like right now, when I get off live, we going straight outside. I'm damn near gotta run outside and put on whatever I can put on because he gonna be running. And I'm gonna try to burn him out and come back, and it's gonna be nothing but my baby, nothing because he gonna want my attention. And then I gotta go do stuff for me. I'm gonna go, do my car. I gotta go do Roman stuff today. I got stuff I need to go take care of today, which is gonna be out for a minute. I got to go and take care of some stuff. So, and then I come back home. It's a Friday, y'all. Think about it. It's a Friday. I come back home. He's gonna want to see dad, want to play. I'm not there anymore. I'm not, and it sucks. And I'm being as honest as I'm being so honest with y'all. It's not that I don't love him. I love him to pieces. I'm just not there anymore where I have the time commitment that he deserves. My baby deserves somebody. I was trying to put a profile together on this website of the owner, potential owner. I already said they need to be 50 years or older, period. He needs somebody who's home, ain't got a lot going on. He'll watch a movie with you. Eli will get up under you and just watch a movie with you. He don't want you on your phone. If you get your phone, he gonna grab your hand. Put your phone down. He literally wants you just cuddled up with him. If you leave that room and go to your room, he's coming. I go to the bathroom, he's coming. Or gnawing at the door. I'm like, I grab the handle. Damn, can I at least? And he just sitting there looking at me like, just like. So it's a decision that I got to come to. It's been stressing me out. It has depressed me. It makes me, and I've had my dog for a while, and I've had a dog before, and it's not like this is my last dog. I'm going to get a dog again. They are great companions. They should not be treated like just one-time things. It's a long-term thing, and that's the thing. I made it during the wrong time. I made a decision about my dog when I should have said, let me wait, let me wait. Another thing, my dog sheds. My dog sheds. And I didn't know that long-haired dogs don't shed. Short-haired dogs shed the most. And it's seasonal. Every time the temperature goes up and down, he sheds. And it's the biggest confrontation him and I have. Is his shedding. I get so angry. I don't get angry about anything else, but I get angry about his shedding. it makes me so mad when sometimes I lay on my floor and I turn to the side and there's hair. And it's not just a little bit, it's a lot after I just sweat. But that's trials and tribulations you go with dogs. At first I loved that shit. It was cool. Now I don't have it in me, y'all. I just be like, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this. And so I spend nearly $500 a month on him. That's his budget between Dogtopia, between caring for him, meaning grooming him with the hair. Cause yeah, I groom that motherfucker with his hair. Um, and then I have to do like a whole vacuum treatment of my place. So I spend a lot of money, and that's money I could be saving because I already told you I'm working towards consulting, and working towards being a consultant means what? You got to have capital to put up, and I'm not in the same place I keep saying I'm not in the same place I was 3 or 4 years ago where this wasn't on my mind. Um, I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm a growing, evolving black male, and I always like to put my 10 toes down. And I feel like there are new things that come to me, and I can't put my 10 toes down because I'm being held back by my love for and my wanting to take so much care of my dog. There's been times where I wanted to come live and I can't because I gotta go walk him, and then after walking him, in that time of walking him, I could have been live, and then my boo come over. You see how that I be watching people do it all the time. I be saying like, it's lovely how you go live Thursday nights or Friday nights. That's lovely. I would love to do some shit like that. It just don't work out like that for me. I get off of work at 5. I come home, my baby needs another 2 or 3 hours if I didn't take him to Dogtopia. Then yeah, I want some boo time. I'm ain't gonna front with you. Yes, I do. It's cuddle season. I love to cuddle. Hold me close. And by that time, where's the live? But see, if I didn't have some things that I can remove, I can get to work. I can get to work. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to work, y'all. I want to not just this, but there's other things. Like I'm sitting on a nonprofit board now on their finance committee as a research. I'm the research advisor on this committee. Now I'm not a board member. They just selected people to sit on their committee, and it's a nonprofit locally in Maryland, and it's a big one, you know. And part of my job, we meet 4 times a year, but part of my job is they'll send me requests like, hey, we have this finance request come in. Can you do some research on this and let us know what this looks like? That's my job, to get the title of sitting on a board, because that looks good on my resume. This is shit y'all don't even know about on the side that I do. Do y'all know I get requests from them like all day, every day? And I'm just vetting through them like, okay. I told you I got my work laptop open over here. So, but I love that shit. I want to be that man. I want it. I love that, but I can't all the time. I have to turn shit down. I have to not reply to emails. They be on my ass because it's too many competing things. Too many competing things. So, yeah, that's what the word evolving meant to me, and that's why I chose that word. And that's what's going on in my life. I was going, do a whole. We're gonna talk about it on Sunday, which we can dive more into, but that's where I'm at, you guys. That's where I'm at. And, y'all gonna be around here for it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Next week I'm going to be quicker. Aw, thanks. I'm going to spend it on my grand. Okay, I was gonna say that. Spend it on the grand, baby. Best life. Okay, wed. That's my $100 next week. Okay. Oh my goodness. Looking at news out of Toledo. 2 teens found in a burned home. Here we go. This is all a distraction from what's really going on in the world. Better take time out to enjoy your baby. Eli, I will say, love. Yeah, you are doing an awesome job with your channel, King Roman. I didn't know dogs get depressed. Yeah, they get depressed. Backpedaling like crazy. Tory and old girl ran a play on the courts. He's not going to get convicted after her testimony. She stayed solid, I guess. That's brilliant, and we need to involve your channel. Yes, Zaire, your voice makes you want to listen. Oh, thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Can we involve at a restaurant, have a nice crab cake in Baltimore? I'm always down for a nice little crab cake. You'll work it out, and I see the pain in your eyes. Yes, it is definitely depressing the hell out of me. I just gotta do it and get it over with. so I can go through the motion. Like anything else, I got to do it. I'm not at the point whether I want to do it or not. I'm at the point where I know my baby needs better attention. Like our playtime don't even be playtime because I don't be into it. I'll be like, oh, I got some other shit. Come on, boo boo. Come on, boo boo. Maybe it's the winter because in the summer we can run outside and play a lot, but now it's just really, really difficult. And I work from home, so thank you. Love you too. Where's the driver, bro? What driver? Oh, dating someone who and they have a dog, and I'm not even getting involved in that. Yeah, he has separation anxiety. Pray on it and God guide you. I have. This is what God has guided me to. He's been leading me this way every time I ask about this. For some odd reason, he's led me this way. And the final answer to me was them fucking people at Dogtopia telling me my dog was depressed. That was embarrassing. When they told me that, I said, okay, yeah, you gotta get your shit together. Your dog is depressed. I said, yeah, it's not fair to him because he goes there and don't play. He sits there and moans all day and want to be held. And they say he just wants to be petted and held. And I'm like, that's so fucking embarrassing. You're with other dogs play, but it's because he's lacking that individual owner attention, which I'm obviously not giving him the same way he used to have. And it is the same. It is. It's so true. It is so true, y'all. It's true. I love my baby. I wish I could give him to like my mom, which I wanted to do, but she can't have dogs or whatever the case may be. And, that way I can come in and out of his life. I can go fly and see my baby, but I don't have nobody in my family do that. I can't give him to my cousins. I don't know my dad like that to ask them, but I would love to give him. If my dad could do it, I would definitely be like, take my dog. That'd probably be a bond. I'd go down there and see him and see my dog. But my baby is a precious dog. Like, he's precious as fuck. So, yeah. Allegedly. We know you love him. We know you are a great pet daddy. Thank you. Damn, I was behind in the chat. Pray for guidance of what to do because your evaluation is important. Yeah, it is. Evolution. I raise my children and I want a pet, but that's exactly why I can't have one because I like to move around. You cannot move around when you have a dog. Animals have emotions, people. Yep, you cannot. I mean, I still have so much stuff to do and it's hard, it's difficult. So that's my growing pains, you all. Let me get off my little ramble chat. Thank y'all for rolling through. Hit that like button. Shout out to Brick Girl for winning today's holiday sweepstakes. Zap for winning last week's affirmations. And we're gonna be back. I'm definitely gonna be here for Sunday's Wake and Breathe. Just so we can chit chat and talk and stuff, all that good stuff. Because as I'm evolving myself, the channel's going to evolve. I'm going to start doing, some other things. And part of that is I want to start going live around 8 or 9 o'clock. And I don't care about anybody else that may be going live, but I want to start doing that. And I want to let you all know how comfortable I'm feeling doing that. And so I want to start doing that because that's a better time frame for me. And so as I'm getting ready to rehome my baby, I want to start gearing up for that to be a time slot for my channel. So stay tuned. It's a lot going on over here, but I'm going to be all right. Watch the video on my community wall so I can get a thought of how I'm feeling. Because that boy expressed it quick. I forgot his name, but he expressed it very, very well. And it may be tear-jerky, but he expressed tear-jerker, but he expressed it very well. Thank y'all for being here. And y'all have a great weekend. And I will see you all again. Deuces. And thanks for listening. If not anything, thank you for listening. Deuces.
Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Woman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know it can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you.